Good afternoon. Today we're going to be doing a repair attempt. This is going to be for claim number 208-4G583H. 72 degrees out today. The shingle in question is going to be here. As you can see how I have it outlined. So the closest green that they have is the Chateau Green, which I have here from Owens Corning. Due to the severe granular loss on the age of this roof, that is the closest match, and as you can see, it stands out pretty bad. But nonetheless, we'll get this camera set up here so we can go ahead and continue with this repair attempt. Make sure I get my camera nice angled. Okay, so tools we're going to be using today: the infamous roof snake, hammer, 1.25" roofing nails. Now, one thing I like to do first, actually let me hold the camera while I do this. I like to show that I have no funny business going on here, right? Shingle in question, you can see the crease mark here. Standard painter's brush. I run all over these shingles, and as you can see, there is a tiny bit of granular loss. Not much, okay? Let that focus for a second. There's no creases. There's no shingles that have been lifted or manipulated in any way, shape, form. So, without further ado, now I'll go ahead and start with this repair. Okay. All right, now that we got that out of the way, first order of business is go ahead and get these sealant lines broke. So that's what we're going to do now. Shingle in question is here. We're going to have to go ahead and get the shingle above it freed up. As you can see, that's down. That one's unsealed a little bit, but not all the way. Okay, there's one. It's going to go up double layer. So now that they're unsealed, we'll go ahead and get these nails out. I want to try to use my hands as little as possible during this. I just need to lift the shingles a little bit just to expose the nails. Starting one right there. We already have one tab that's delaminated here. These things are just super, super brittle. I think the roof is 18 years old, roughly. Nails are just pulling right through. So the nails are pulling right through. Yeah, as you can see. Obviously some granular loss. So this is actually, I believe, the exact same shingle that we're going to be doing a repair with today. I don't know if you can see this on the camera or not. You can see some of the old granules from the original color, which used to be this. So, as you can see, a little bit of aging, wear and tear. Make it a little bit tougher to have a match, but nonetheless, let me go ahead and get these nails out real quick, since they all pulled through. Guys, I try to be as gentle as possible in doing this. And I try not to lift the shingle too much. Even though the manufacturer says I can do 45 degrees, I'm not going to do that. It's a little unnecessary. Okay, now that the nails are out, let's go ahead and get our new shingle in there. And hopefully we won't have to cut this one. Let's match them up. Okay, we gotta make a little cut. All right. Easiest way to do this is just like I'm doing here. Hold the shingles together, take the old one, do a light score. I don't want to cut the roof of the other shingles below it. Very lightly score that. You can simply just trim it. And now I can use the old shingle that is damaged, no good. Just follow back down that line. These OC Sure Strike nail strips are pretty tough to cut through, which is a good thing, I guess. Okay, that's done. We're gonna slide it in place here. Of course, there's one nail holding this up. Okay. Now we can nail her in. This roof snake is definitely not my favorite tool. I'd rather just lift the shingle and nail it, but I'm gonna try to do this with as minimal ease as possible here. 3 and 3 on these. All right, let's examine here. So, I'm going to bring this to your attention using my brush here. Now, so when we started this, everything was sealed. Obviously, I had to break the sealant lines on these. Now, I want to show you something. The first thing I noticed with this repair is this. Because of the brittleness of it, as you can see here, there's already a crease starting to form on this, right? If I take this brush, look at that. That is now a creased shingle. Delaminated tooth. A pleak tooth, delaminated. There was another one here. Same thing, completely delaminated, right? Fresh granulars on the top. You can already see this crease starting to form ever so lightly with my brush. Now it's creased. Next strong wind, that's ripped off. Thought there was another one here. Maybe not. As far as mat transfer goes, there was some mat transfer, a little bit of it here, and definitely on the bottom side of this shingle. Look at this one. Yeah. So the main issue with this one is going to be the brittleness of it. the granular loss of it. We are getting mat transfer in certain spots. This side in particularly of the roof is why I chose to do the repair here, because I know like the back slope that doesn't see as much sun is going to be more susceptible to mat transfer. This side over here, I mean, it's all kind of the same, but this side over here, I knew, you know, in my experience, probably had the less likeliness of mat transfer. And though we do have a little bit of it happening here, the nail tear throughs on it, but just in general, how brittle this shingle is, you know, it's delaminating all the way up. Crease here, crease here. This one's unsealed now. I don't want to try and manipulate it too much, but you know, it's on. Look, crease already starting to form on this one. I didn't even see that until now. Fresh granulars on the top, you know, and that's just from repairing one shingle. So we're already 1, 2, 3 shingles damaged just to change one. And you know, the damages on this roof up here at these ridges, on this backside where I was going to do the repair here first, but then I realized it's zippered and there's shingles damaged above it, so that's why I chose to do it over here. But just the way this roof is, it's laid out. The damages that are closer to the ridges, you know, that's going to be hard to repair. You're damaging 3+ more shingles per every shingle you do. So, you know, in conclusion on this one, we're going to have to say for the repairability factor on it, mat transfer, it did fail. On this side, it wasn't a lot. But on the side that sees less sun over there, where it's going to be more, you know, more adhesed, that's going to be a serious issue. Brittle test, big fail. Crease, obviously another big fail. Along with the granular loss is a big fail. These three all kind of go together. So, in conclusion, thanks for taking the time to view this.